Good morning. So today I'm doing a life admin day. So the first thing that I want to do is just write down a big old list of what I actually want to get done today. It is currently at 10 o'clock, so I'm starting late. I have a meeting at 11, so I need to sort of work my life admin around those times. And I'm probably going to go into tomorrow morning too, because I just have a lot to do. So I've got my notebook. I am just going to start brainstorming. When I kick off with a life admin day, I usually start with a big brain dump of all the things that I wouldn't usually spend my time doing, but that need to be done. So it's usually little things like fixing that thing in the house or like returning your broken phone case. In this video, I put a few funner tasks in there too. So after I brain dumped, I usually chuck the to-dos in things 3, which is my to-do list organizer. To give you a bit more of a behind the scenes, I added some things that aren't typical life admin type tasks. So like creating the email newsletter template. What else did I do? Create batch video creation strategy. Look, that's like a big task. Whether I'll get that done, who knows? So I'm about to head off to my meeting, but I think the first thing that I'm going to do is like the silliest little thing. I got new skincare. It's from The Ordinary. I'm usually a simple skincare gal, but my skin, I'm just really trying to up my game. What I've been having trouble with is every time I go into the bathroom to put on my skincare, I'm like, which ones do I put on? So I actually just want to put tiny little labels on all of the skincare to be like, yeah, this is AM, this is PM. So we've got all of the little The Ordinary products. This is the guide that I use to pick my products. So they have a regimen for pigmentation specifically. So that's what I've been doing. And you can see like AM, PM is different. I've got my tiny ass little labels here and I'm gonna label them with like AM1, AM2 and stick them on my product. Because every night I'm literally like having to grab my phone and look this up on the website. I'm not having it, not about it. So here is my labeled packaging. It's not as cute as it is without the labels, but I hopefully won't be so confused. So we've got AM1, AM2, AM3, PM1. So now I'm going to Lakeview Espresso. So I'm just meeting a graphic designer about some fun stuff that's happening in the background. I saw the life-changing magic of tidying up on her Instagram profile this morning and I was just like, okay, like I picked well. Oh, I should probably bring some things. I need to make a move. Meet Talia, this is my graphic designer. So I just had my meeting with my graphic designer. She was so lovely. It was the first time meeting her, so that was really good. It was like an easy process. I feel like we're out and about, so I should probably pick one of my errands and just like get my errands out of the way. So our coffee table is broken, so I want to go and buy some wood glue to fix my coffee table. I've also recently gotten my retainers, so I have to wear them pretty much like all day, otherwise my teeth move. So I am going to get a wire. But in the meantime, because I'm wearing them all day, it's almost like having an Invisalign, and I'm like, I really need like a little kit of teeth cleany things. So mainly at the store, I was hunting down a bamboo toothbrush, some toothy tabs from Lush, and some mouth freshener too that I could just chuck into a little pouch so that after lunch, before I put my retainers back in, I feel all fresh. I don't know what it is about going to the shops, but I always come back so exhausted. So I have my little toothbrushing kit. So I just got myself a little bamboo toothbrush. I got this breath spray, which is peppermint. I'm gonna try it right now. Yum, it tastes good. I've actually been wanting something like this for a while. For after I get my wire on, for that just like after lunch, fresh in your mouth kind of feeling, but like not literally going to the bathroom to brush your teeth, you know what I mean? And I also got these little toothy tabs. These are from Lush, so they're vegan friendly, and it just seems like a little bit more compact and easy. For a super late lunch, I'm having some dodgy rice paper rolls, but they taste good. They've got like hummus, tofu, capsicum, spinach, and tamari in them. And I've also got a miso soup. I've been obsessed with like this packet mix miso soup lately. So good. It's just from Woolies.
Who would never grow up with a father.
The next thing that was on my list that I really had to do was getting a thumbnail up for the week's video. So that video was going up that night and I hadn't gotten a thumbnail yet. Usually my thumbnails are like super not posed. Actually, that's a lie. But a lot of the time I take them from like my Instagram photos, or they'll be like a literal snapshot from the video. So I'll just do a screen grab of a piece of video. Whereas today I'm uploading a new video on decision making and I have no clue what to put as a thumbnail. I had no pre-taken photos that I could use. So I've just taken like a whole bunch. Oh, look how standy outy I am against the background. We have a different font. Actually, I might change that to the standard font. Yeah, that's better. I'm loving the warmer tones lately, like adding in the browns. So I feel super low energy right now, and I feel like I haven't really done that much today, but it was just like going to the shops and also socializing. always takes it out of me. So I feel like to keep myself going, I want to actually do something fun from my list. So to me, fun is putting together a template for my email newsletter. I think I'm going to do a little bit of brainstorming in Millernote. So this video is sponsored by Millernote, which is really exciting because Millernote is a really cool productivity or project planning kind of tool. So if you've got a creative project, Millernote is like the go-to app. It is like, I don't know how to explain it, so I've got to show you. The way they describe it is like it's Trello meets Pinterest, but it's also more flexible than that because you can do so much more with it and drag everything around. When you're trying to plan out creative projects, I find that some tools can be a little too structured, especially when it's like a creative thing. You want to kind of like vomit everything out and then organize it. That was a really nice way to put it. So I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek into how I use Millernote. I have been using it like literally every day for the past 2 months or so since they first emailed me. So it's definitely a tool that I use for my YouTube stuff. I've got like my muchelleb, primary aim, strategic objective. I can drag everything around, and here's my org chart. These people don't exist, but this is just like the future org chart of what I'm gonna look like in the future. And then I've got my procedures that I want to create. Here I've got my board menu, so you can create boards for like every other thing. So for instance, I have a board for my sister's bridal shower, which is a creative project in a way, because this is something that is kind of visual. Like I want to set a theme, but then I also have to-do lists, and I also have things that I want to buy and put ideas of. I feel like Millernote is the perfect place to plan it, even though it's mainly for creative projects. Like you can use it for your personal projects. I also used it to plan out my Bali trip. So you can see like that's the apartment that we're staying in. There's some vegan rosé. And then I've got the kind of theme that we're going for, which is a super common cutesy theme that you see on Pinterest. And then here's all the stuff that I've gotten for the hen's party / bridal shower. And over here, I've got my little to buy list. So all of this stuff I can just drag around, which I love. So another thing that I have on here is my brand guide for muchelleb. So I've got my brand color guide, I've got my fonts, I've got my imagery, and then I've got my value. So this is something that I used to hold in a document, but Millernote is kind of like the perfect place to put it because it has all of my other muchelleb type stuff. It's just that perfect in between for when you're like brainstorming and sketching things out, when you just don't need structure, you just need to like be able to get creative. But then if you want to, you can organize it all and get that structure that you need. So with the new Millernote app that they've created, you can add in notes like camera photos, to-do items and links while you're on the go, and then you can organize it all when you get back to your computer. Millernote is totally free to try, so do click on the link in the description to sign up and give it a go. So I'm gonna try and use this tool to map out what I want my new newsletter to look like, what kind of things I want to include in it, maybe get some inspiration. Good morning, it is day 2. It's currently 6 o'clock in the morning. I have just put like all of my face stuff on, so excuse the fact that I'm super red. And I'm finishing off this newsletter plan, so I want to show you what I've got so far. So over here, I've sort of outlined the purpose and the outcome, so my ideal outcome. And then I've also used the prompt, like how can I make this the worst newsletter imaginable, to help me to make it the best newsletter imaginable. Over here, I've got like community wants and needs, and I've done a little brainstorm and I've just chucked it in. So I did that on paper, but then I just sort of scanned it in. So I ended up planning my whole newsletter in Millernote. So I went one step further and not just planned the I didn't just plan the template, I planned the whole thing. So this is what I was planning on including, but then it was quite a lot. So I ended up just including the latest videos, reading, what you've been listening to. It wasn't necessarily on my to-do list, but I did it anyways. Like, I'm happy that I did it. It's something I really needed to do. If you've done it once, it's easier to do it again. I can save this as a template. That way I don't have to redo it every time. So that'll all be linked down below if you want to have a look. Before sending my newsletter out, I wanted to get a test email sent to myself, which takes about 30 minutes to come through. So in the meantime, I thought that I would do a quick clean of my room. So I've cleaned my room. My email preview has still not come through. So in the meantime, I think I'm gonna work on my tax. So this is probably like the biggest life admin task that I've been putting off, because I've got to do it for my rental property, my YouTube stuff, and my part-time job. In good news, I found an accountant who works specifically with influencers. Gross word, but it is what it is. I've never dealt with an accountant who has like any idea. Like, a lot of accountants deal with small businesses, but influencers I feel is like a whole different category. I don't know how long this will take me, but if it takes a while, you know what? You're gonna get a productive 4 days in life. I finally got my inbox preview, so this is what I've included. What? Look at this. For some of the annoying things about this email provider, to be honest, they have some good attributes. Like, look, I can see you guys opening my newsletter. Like, that's so cool. I mean, it has a 3.9% open rate, which doesn't seem great, but It was sent out like a few minutes ago, so I'm gonna cut myself some slack. Oh look, that's so fun. What? So I finally overcame my email newsletter excitement and I started working on my tax. The one life admin task that I really like had to get done in this video. If I got nothing else done, I would be stoked to get this done. So I worked on it from about 8 up until 12 when we were heading up to my mom's for a movie night and some wedding planning for my sister. You want to be in my vlog, little one? Thank you. I'll put that in there. So I started doing my tax and it's like a mission. I reckon it'll take me like a day to actually get it all done. So we're going to grandma's tonight and I figure I'll just take you along. Me, Liza, my sister, we're doing some wedding planning. Still a productive day in the life. You're just getting a little bit more insight and I think we're just gonna carry this vlog along for the next few days and you can just live productively with me. So I'm packing for grandma's. There's not really that much to bring. I'm just bringing like a few clothes. I'm not bringing any makeup or anything like that, just like cleansers, you know, like that kind of thing. I don't think that there's much else. Probably a notebook for wedding planning because that's what we're doing. Not for my wedding, for my sister's wedding. This is my going to grandma's OOTD. Got track pants on, got my slippers on. I'm wearing a normal top though, so it looks like I'm a regular human being. We're on the way to mum's. Amy's driving. We have Skittles. We have Bubba in the back. Everything's very brown at the moment. Apparently they're having a lot of trouble getting rain. Yeah. Mum and Dad talk about that a lot. They talk a lot about the weather and a lot about how much rain they've got.
I think it's because it affects so many people.
Yeah, it's a really big deal. Close. Look how close they're getting. They must be so thirsty. Oh.
It's that bad at the moment, whereas it used to be down the back, as you remember, the little pond.
Oh, little bubbers.
There's just nothing at the moment.
You can't tell in the camera how close they are, but they're so close.
Yeah?
Mum's busy organising the community.
Well, you know, they said, can you put this up? I said, I can't read it.
I get you, mama. So I had all intentions of vlogging today, but I kid you not, we wedding planned in the morning, which just isn't fun to watch, and I got home and I've been doing tax all day. Like, I think I got home at 11, it's now 7:30 and I've been doing tax that entire time. I've also made inquiries, getting help with bookkeeping. So I'm on the right track. Obviously the pros outweigh the cons, but I could do with help. And my mum also happens to be a past bookkeeper. So she's coming by on Friday and we want an ongoing arrangement. If I can never touch a figure again, I will be happy. So Luke has left me for the night. He's hanging out with his friend and sometimes, you know, when your partner leaves you and you're just like, I have so much free time to get things done. Not that he's a hindrance to me getting things done, but like, you know how it is. It's just like no fallback. So I'm kind of excited. So one thing I really want to do tonight is plan for my friend's birthday. This is something I've been meaning to do for so long, for like 2 weeks. And it's my best friend. So like I need to work this out. Her birthday is on Thursday, I think. So I just want to make sure that I can make it all special for her. So this is what I ended up creating to plan for Elisa's birthday. So just like a little mini mind map. And then another mind map over here. So I ended up wanting to do like a lunch for her. Then we've got a drawing of the little lunch setup. I'll chuck in some Instagram snaps because I did end up doing something like this. It didn't look much like this. Oh, actually it kind of did. It's pretty accurate. Good morning. So it's the next day now and I'm finally getting back to my life admin list. I feel like I've just been doing life admin but like scattered all throughout these days. So this is a super rough plan of my day. I want to kick off with a little bit of a tidy up because I got home from my parents yesterday after doing wedding planning and I just kind of like dumped everything everywhere. So the house is a little bit of a mess. So that's what I'm going to start with. We're just going to do like a 20-minute tidy, see how that goes. I also need to chuck my clothes in the wash because I haven't done that yet this week. Hey Google, could you set a timer for 20 minutes?
20 minutes, and that's starting now.
I actually haven't done a 20-minute clean in a while now. All right, starting with this room. I don't know how, like, you can't really see the mess from this angle. This is just all of the stuff that I dumped yesterday when I decided that doing my tax was the most important thing. I'm gonna unpack my bag. The next stop is groceries. I've just gotten my message from Woolworths to let me know my groceries are ready to pick up. I don't think I have anything extra that I need to grab like while I'm there. Oh, actually, while I'm getting my groceries, I might pop in and get some wood glue. If you didn't notice, our table is broken and I'm devastated about it because I didn't get it that long ago. It's from Zanui, I believe. It wasn't an inexpensive table, and literally all I did is I walked past it, accidentally kicked the leg, and it came off completely. So I'm gonna go and get my groceries now. Multiple times now I've bought something and I thought that I bought 2 of that thing, so like 2 potatoes or 2 oranges, but I bought 2 whole bags. The last time it was literally potatoes. It took ages to get rid of that 2 bags of potatoes. Now we have 2 bags of oranges, and like, can't recall the last time I really ate an orange. It was for a recipe, so I don't know what we're gonna do with that. Probably give a lot of oranges away. For our next stop, we're gonna go to Bunnings and we are going to purchase wood glue. I think I'm gonna ask Amy if she wants some oranges. I did it again. Amy got a bag of potatoes last time, I think. Yeah. Did you want a bag of oranges? Sure. Okay. Love you. Bye. Before I move on to do anything else, I think I'm gonna make myself some mushrooms on toast. I've been doing this so much lately. I saw a YouTuber do it. Since I saw her do it, I was just like, yes, I'm going to do that too. And now I can't stop. Literally like a year ago, this would have looked so unappealing to me, but today I'm like, yes, it looks so good. I mean, aesthetically, like not really, but like, I know it's gonna taste good. You know what I mean? So one thing that I want to do today is get a few little things done for my sister's bridal shower that I'm planning. So there's some things that I need to book. I know I need to send my bank account details to some of the other girls that are coming. I just want to like clear that off the table. It's one of those things that like if you don't get it done, it's just gonna bug you forever. Luckily I have 2 girls that are helping me plan it, so it's not like I'm all alone. But I just want to make sure everything's taken care of. I'm going to start with messaging my bank details to some of the girls so that they can chuck in some money for the accommodation. Then I need to book in something for the day before because I'm doing a little bit of a pamper day. I think those are the main things. You guys must get so sick of shots of me just like typing at my computer. But that's like what half of these days are about. The next thing I'm gonna do is print a bunch of pages off for this course that I'm going through. So I'm going through an online course, and you know when they have pages under each video, as opposed to like at the start, like here's a workbook, work through this as you go through the videos. Also, it's one of those courses where they lock down the content. As an online learning designer, like I don't design online learning, anything like that, but locking down content and navigation is like, it's a big no for me. So I wanna go into that course and go complete all of them, like press the complete button so that I can actually access everything, and then I wanna print out all of the worksheets like in one so I can create my own little workbook. It is the Start and Scale Your Online Store course. This was actually recommended by an accountant that I met up with. So I said, I think earlier in this vlog, that I found an accountant that is really good with influencers. And I had like a little like 15-minute strategy session with this accountant, which is different. But he was really cool, and he was like, look, I took this online course, it was really good. Anyways, gonna print out all of these pages. I got midway through printing and our paper ran out. I'm going to drop Luke at his car. I'm gonna pick up some more paper, and then I'm going to see Elisa and then come back, do some other stuff. Greetings. So Elisa and I just went to the beach. I forgot to film literally any of it. We had vegan chicken, wedges, potato, and she's brought me my rug. Love you. I just got home. It's like 2:30. I did such a bad job vlogging when I really want to finish printing those pages for that course. And then I think literally all I'm gonna do is try and work on a batch video creation strategy. I have other to-dos down, but I think that's just like the one thing that I want to concentrate on. So you guys know that at the start of the year, I was like, okay, I'm gonna batch all my videos until June. It kind of like went a little awry, but it worked out. I want to work out how in the future I can always do batch creation so that like I'll always be scheduled ahead, because I just got to the end of all of the videos that I batched done. And now I'm kind of like scrambling again. I'm like trying to upload every week, and I'm on that content treadmill, and I'm like, don't know, like I really need to work on like an ongoing strategy for this so that I'm always producing content. So it's one of those things that if you invest the time in it now, it will save you time. You know what I'm saying? Something that I should be doing, even though life admin is so good. Getting stuff like that done, I'm just like, it feels so good. Like even getting the newsletter done, that's just such a win, as opposed to doing my 20 minutes of cleaning, which like we love doing. But you know what I'm saying? I hope you guys don't mind me taking you behind the scenes of this kind of stuff. I bought some 100% recycled paper from Officeworks, so I'm gonna chuck that in the printer, print out the rest of this course stuff, then get onto that. So I've got just a little schedule of like what I would do in my batching month. Originally I was gonna go with 6, then I changed to, no wait, originally I was gonna go with 9, then I changed to 6, then I changed to 8. So looking to do like 2 months worth of content. So start of August, I'm gonna do a batching month. August is such a busy month because I have a weekend away with Luke and I have the hens party. So that's like 2 of my kind of weekend times gone. Still trying to find my groove with batching. I just know that it works for me, but I know that I don't really have like a proper strategy of like, this is what I always do when I batch. Just some days or weeks I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna film like 1 million videos this week, which is like fantastic. But if I could have some ongoing thing going, I know that I'd be better for it. Overall, I feel like, honestly, this last 4 days has been good, even though I didn't end up doing all the life admin stuff that I wanted to. The main things have been done. So tax was probably the biggest thing. And it took me like a day and a half just to do my tax, which is wild. Also, I've got mum coming to help me. She used to be a bookkeeper, which is awesome. That'll be so good. Adding those labels to my skincare, like it sounds ridiculous, but I swear that's been so helpful. Creating my little tooth kit, sorting out Elisa's birthday, and then sorting out the hens. Like those were really big because they were just like weighing on my mind. You know when you don't have that kind of stuff fleshed out or like clarified at all in your head, like that's when you know that you need to sit down and just do it. As well as getting my newsletter out and getting a bit of a batching thing going on. I think like that's very test and trial, so I'm not going like, yeah, that's the way to do it, but I just want to give it a go first and get something consistent going. So if I can just do that every 2 months, so then I get a month where it's like a little bit more chill, I think that would be amazing. If you like this kind of video, you'll probably like my last productive day in the life video. It was a getting things done and self-care day. I'll have that linked on the screen and down below. I appreciate you so much and I will see you soon.